So I suspect that both of these computers might be cooked. Maybe this one's not. Maybe it's the processor. Um, the problem did seem to kind of follow the processor, so I'm really going to need to test this one now that it has an i5 in it. It really could be the processor. So this one here, what it does, if it's completely powered off, it boots up quickly. That's exactly what it did like when it was in that one. And if you have the system up and running and you go to restart it, it takes forever. And sometimes the BIOS screen or the whatever you want to call it hangs up. So I spent quite a few hours yesterday messing with these, and this one now has Ubuntu with Studio on it. The nice thing is I'll just plop the hard drive out of this. I'll put it in a different computer. I kind of have what I want. I accidentally wiped out Windows. I was just up too late and was tired. And so I wiped out Windows. I wiped out Windows installation. I had to make another Windows boot stick. And it would be nice to actually like completely ditch Windows. We know there's nothing good about Windows as far as what they're doing. They're definitely collecting your data and doing other things like that. And I would say the sooner that you learn to get off Windows, I guess the better. I haven't learned how to do it. I can't even make a Windows boot stick in Linux without going into Windows. And somebody said you could use Ventoy, and I'm like, how the fuck does this thing work? I couldn't figure it out. It doesn't give anywhere to drop the file. And it'd be nice if Rufus was available for Linux. So, since it's not, I tried to do a copy of Windows, but I couldn't figure out Ventoy. So I'll probably watch some videos and see if I can figure it out. But yeah, I would be happy to get away with not having Windows, except for like old computers that are used for other things that don't require internet. I think Windows would be a great operating system to run if you don't have internet. You don't have to worry about getting viruses. You don't have to worry about your information going back and forth. You can just use your computer. And honestly, like if you were doing like some kind of video editing, picture editing, photo editing, CAD, 3D printer slicer, you probably could. I honestly really think that people need to stop relying upon the internet. It's not always going to be there for you. It's not always going to be like it is right now. There's going to be some major changes coming up, and you're not going to be able to freely do whatever the hell you want on the internet soon. You're not going to be able to freely use your computer pretty soon. Just look at your cell phone. You can't take things off of your cell phone. You can't remove apps you don't like. You can't stop your phone from running the GPS in the background to report your location. There's no way around it. There is no privacy. There is no freedom. And you don't have control. The consumer is being consumed. So anyway, it is better to be on other systems. But too many people think, and I hear this, people talk about this with thousands of views on their channel. They think that Linux is safe. They think their information is not being sold on Linux. Hello, wake up and fucking smell the coffee. Did you know the controller that controls your desktop to the operating system is owned by Red Hat and IBM? Do you think for a second that IBM wouldn't sell your information, wouldn't spy on your activities? Do you think for a second that Google isn't working in Mozilla Firefox or whatever browser that you have on your Linux machine? You know, maybe the operating system isn't sending information, but all your applications that you're using within Linux are selling your information. And there's a high likely chance that Red Hat and IBM are shady as hell. There's a high chance that Linus Torvalds has some involvement in some shady activity. It's a very good chance that at the kernel level you're actually being spied upon. And you have no fucking clue because you just think Linux is the best thing ever. And I'm sorry. It's not. To think it is to think that Apple is secure and doesn't share your information. And, people used to think that for years. They thought Apple was like, privacy. Nope. And then they started finding out people with iPhones had phones taking a picture of their face every 30 seconds with their camera while they're using it, because it would show up on an infrared on a camera. So stop thinking that you're secure and you can do whatever you want on your Linux computer using your VPN through Tor browser or whatever. Tor is fucking selling your information probably too. Too many people are just like, oh, it would never happen. And you probably trust the government too. Just take my word for it. You can't trust anyone.